Hey everyone, number 78 in my list of 100 greatest songs of all time is Novocaine for the Soul by Eels. MTV was on heavy rotation in our house growing up, and when this song came out in 1996, I don't think I paid a lot of attention to it. I remember the video of the three band members floating, like levitating in a street. It's kind of weird. I kind of mix it up with images from Just by Radiohead, that video. I didn't pay much attention to it. And a few years later, I got picked up the best of Eels compilation, and I put this on, and I thought to myself, Jesus Christ, why wasn't I listening to this song? It's absolutely beautiful. A few years later, again, I read Eels frontman. He goes by E, and I read his autobiography, and it's one of the most harrowing autobiographies I've ever read. He has no luck. He has had no luck in the world at all. And even by the time this came out in 96, he had some shit luck, but it kept going on, and some really bad luck as went forward. And the idea of the title, Novocaine for the Soul, Novocaine being a painkiller, they use it in surgery but dentistry and stuff like that. I don't know if they still use it in dentistry, but they did. And the idea of that, like his soul needed that painkiller. And listening to it before that, I took it as a kind of a general term of for the listener. But now I look at it and I think, I wonder, was he just singing about himself? Because most people do anyways, don't they? And when I learned more about the production of the song, it's tape loops. It's a lot of stuff that he did with his band members, obviously. But there's a drum loop is a tape loop, and so is the it goes like. It's the string sounding. It's not. I don't think it's quite strings, and it's probably done a keyboard and loop through. But it's such an amazing song. And like when he sings about life is hard and so am I. You better give me something so I don't die. Novocaine for the soul before I sputter out. Life is white and I am black. Jesus and his lawyer are coming back. Oh my darling, will you be here before I sputter out? Guess who's living here with the great undead? This paint by numbers life is fucking with my head once again. Life is good and I feel great, because mother says I was a great mistake. Novocaine for the soul, you'd better give me something to fill the hole before I sputter out. It's not long in terms of lyrics, but it's such an amazing lyric and melody. So it's only 3 chords in total. So if I have I know there's no acoustic in the song. Maybe it is buried. Maybe there is buried in the background, but it's life is white and I am black. Jesus and his lawyer are coming back. Novocaine for the soul before I sputter out. Before I sputter out. Before I sputter out. It's so good and so easy to play, but like, if you haven't heard the song, you don't know, you're not aware of the song, I would ask you to go and listen to it for what is done on the in the production side of it, that the like I said, the loops that he plays on it. It's on their first album, and their first album is, maybe, I don't know if it's considered to be their masterpiece anymore, but I think something might have taken over it. But I think it's a masterpiece in many ways, because when a band, I suppose, has such a big hit, because it was a big hit when it came out, and they, sorry, I'm just looking up the story behind it. When they have like that huge hit, they could have, you know, that could be their you know, the end of them, because, you know, like if one goes up, come down. But the whole, you know, the whole album in general has different sounds, obviously, and different stories and different things. And I don't know who wrote which, but I don't know if he's the main songwriter, I believe. But to use like these loops rather than using the whole band is kind of mad. But he talked a bit about the song. He said part of my problem is with intimacy. Novocaine for the Soul sounds detached because it's about detachment. That's what I think is great about the song, and on that level I think it's almost genius. It's detached, personified. I'm singing about numbness and I'm numb. It's about having too much feeling, which is very interesting because he talks about having a problem with intimacy and being detached, and then he uses like loops instead of the band around him to create it. But yeah, I think it's such a brilliant song, and it's not like it's not gone under the radar, and it's not it's not like forgotten about or whatever like that. But for a first single on a first album, it's incredible. I must go back and watch the video again. It's something that I should have done yesterday before coming on and doing this, but it's left such a huge mark on me, that video, even though I don't remember every moment. But I don't think you need to do that to have something leave a mark on you. And it's almost like I was constantly looking at it out of the corner of my eye while my brother was beating the shit out of me, or we were arguing about something, that I let it kind of the song slip by. But I'm glad I caught up with it in the long run. They've got some great songs anyway, but like Novocaine for the Soul, I think is their best song. Susan's House is pretty great as well, though, especially if you listen to a live version that I used to have on Apple, but they took it off, and it was done with like an orchestra, and it was so good. Susan's House with the orchestra. But yeah, Novocaine for the Soul, go and listen to it if you don't know it. You probably do. You probably know in the back of your head, and you probably go, I didn't know what that was called, or I didn't understand what he was saying. But yeah, that's number 78. We're flying. See you soon. Bye.